Perfect!
Hey, nice mustache.
Was that a 3?
That was a 3.
Nice.
So, do you think, like
Are we still talking about God?
let's say that the Jewish people also were able to get into heaven, and then...
What was that?
and then...
Wait a minute. Rewind.
Let's say that the Jews don't have a one-way ticket to hell. Let's just say that.
What are you trying to say?
And then...
No, continue. You gotta explain.
I think it's important that I talk around that.
You have to explain what you were saying. You mean like without Jesus? You mean because they don't believe in Jesus, most of them?
I'm just saying, if God...
You're not gonna finish?
If God decides to let them into heaven for believing in him, even if they're partly wrong...
Who are we talking about?
The Jews.
Which ones?
The ones that don't believe in Jesus.
Thank you. Okay, there we go. That's what I wanted to know. And this is all assuming Christianity is real, by the way.
This is just assuming that, like if this was canon. So
If this was canon.
So canonically,
I see it as legends.
If Senor Hitler, had accepted God into his heart before he died,
Which he clearly did. He had ties to the Catholic Church.
and he also went to
good.
heaven. Do you think that there would have to be like a gay up between them? Like
A gay?
A gay?
like a Donald Trump wall between
Donald
them?
Trump's gay?
Donald Trump's wall is
Like,
gay?
do you think there'd have to be a Donald Trump wall, like, between the Jewish side of heaven and the,
Well,
other side of heaven?
segregation.
Simpsons answered this in Simpsons, or maybe it's Family Guy, but I think it's Simpsons. There's
Simpsons.
different clouds, and each of those is like a heaven
Like
realm
vape
where
clouds
they
or
hang
like-
out. Like there's like the Lutheran one, the Baptist one.
That
Yeah.
makes sense. I understand that.
It's like cults, but they all hang out there.
That way
was such a
Hitler
dumb
doesn't
shot.
have
Oh!
to... That way he doesn't have to hang out with the Jewish
More like
people.
Shitler.
Yeah.
Such a... Gosh, dang.
Why do they keep firing from so far away?
they
Dude, I'm
stink.
gonna cosplay our coach for a second. We need to calm down. Early shots are leading to more rebounds for early free throws that end up landing and then turning into rebounds and turnovers. And then the other team gets it and they're like, hey, we got the ball. Then they shoot and they score. Stop.
They're like, when did we hire Phil Jackson? This guy's incredible.
Dude, if you listen to the coach, he says nothing. Literally, that's what he says. He'll say, like, patience, fella, patience.
The most vague things ever.
I need you to try and do more spacing.
The ball is sticking too much.
The ball's sticking too much. Move the ball. Why isn't the ball moving? Move my balls, please. Dunk them in the Gatorade. Let's go.
Do you think that you're allowed to have...
Dunk my balls in the game.
Do you think that you're allowed to have your balls dunked into Gatorade in heaven? Is that a sin?
Well, if you're not allowed to, who wants to go there? This place, no video games, no Gatorade, no sex with e-girls on the daily. This is sounding to me more and more like just the setting of the video game Agony, which is hell, by the way.
Well, I'm just, like, wondering, like, what
Go grab it!
What counts as sins, and are we still, like, allowed to have certain things up
That's a
there that
good
make
point.
us happy?
They say there's no marriage in heaven. That's an actual thing.
Really?
Yeah, they say you're not married anymore in heaven.
Can you get married again in heaven?
I don't really understand it, to be completely honest.
Because I'd like to be married to you, still.
I'm just saying if there's a loophole and an out, and there is no marriage in heaven, we can still hang out together, but
What are
like...
you saying? You're just gonna get a divorce as soon as you're dead? Is that how this works? The court system just
God
like
does it.
divorces?
I do have a post-life lawyer that's ready to go.
I
You know
think
the
that
lawyer who
part's
defended
stupid.
Johnny Depp?
Yeah.
The part's stupid, okay? I still
God is dumb!
I believe
No
we're still
one
married
chill.
after death. It's dumb. Okay, God changed that rule. I asked him. I was like, God, that rule's dumb. He was like, yeah, you're right, dude.
And you were like, and don't let the Jews in either.
Yeah. Don't let
What
them
was
in.
that anyway? Any Jew can get into heaven, by the way. This is a real thing. In Christianity, anybody, any race, any age,
Boy, they're gonna be pissed off.
in Christianity, anyone can get into heaven. The stipulations in Christianity are this. Hey, you want to live a good life, but works don't do it. You want to have a relationship with God because you believe God created everything. You admit that human beings aren't perfect, that they have a lot of problems, which is what sin is. This is in theology. I'm just dumbing it down. And you say, I would like to be more like God. So I'm going to admit that Jesus Christ was God's son, and he died so that mankind could be closer to God. That's all it is. That's it.
So do they have to believe in Jesus to get into heaven?
Yes, according to Christianity, yes.
Oh, okay.
According to
So
Judaism, no. They have to believe in the coming of a savior. They still don't believe in that one.
If they don't believe in Jesus, but they believe in God, do you think they can get in heaven?
According to the Bible, that doesn't count. But
But
this depends on what we're talking about here.
Let's say canonically they were able to get into heaven.
Legends, please.
What if Jesus walked past them and they like shit their pants and they were like, "What? He was real?"
Well,
Gosh darn it.
And I don't know why we're talking about this for so long, because I feel like a lot of people, not that it's like offensive, but I feel like a lot of people are not interested.
Well, if they want me to get offensive, I could start talking about the canon of Allah.
Just let me.
Or just get back to the Jew
Allah, not
conversation.
Allah.
Allah.
What do you call him, Al? That's disrespectful. It's Allah. And it's technically supposed to be the same God, by the way, but it's a very different characterization of him because of the history of where it came from.
Do you think when you're a woman and you die and Allah is
Okay, I don't want to hear about this, because guess what? People have literally been like murdered for joking about Muhammad. So I don't want to hear what you have to say. For some reason, that ideology is above criticism to people.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry, Kamala Khan's in the room. We have to be quiet now.
Well, I don't know. I mean, look, I'm just saying, if you want to die, you know, look, it's a peaceful religion until it's not. That's all I'm saying.
That makes sense.
Wow. Oh, what a game. Well, you guys were going all Joel Osteen on the bit. I was getting dubs.
It wouldn't stop over here. What? Stop it.
Come on, Ernie, talk to me. Talk to me real good.
Talk to Mia? Talk to Mia. Hey, welcome back. The Towers and the Jet are back. Fuck. Oh, sorry. Freq.
I can't wait for this to crash.
If it crashes again, I'm going to be so mad. We put together 2 excellent victories against the Thunder.
We would have to sim.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
And then you get 0 points.
But we still got the footage, so like people know that I played this well, and it was me the whole time.
That's all that matters. We got a lot of points, too.
I like when they got back, and Ernie is just deadpan staring.
A lot of dead air there. Kenny hasn't moved in 6 years. Look at him.
I'm telling you, under the desk,
Shaq?
they
Look,
all are
he's a
nude.
statue.
Under the desk, they're all nude. And there's a cheerleader going like this. Under the desk for each of them.
But she sounds like a chicken?
Yeah.
She goes cluck cluck?
Look, they got the cheerleaders they could.
Yeah, it was the cheerleaders that didn't make the cut.
Okay. Please
like
work. Oh, yes! Relentless finisher? Dude, that's what they call me in bed. People are like, no, stop, we're done. I'm like, no! I'm the relentless finisher.
Is that a bad thing, though? I thought that was a good thing.
Well, it depends who you ask.
Well, good thing it's me.
Well, this guy just won't stop finishing. It's disgusting.
What campus are you on? Alright, so, let's see. Do we have any endorsements from our boy? Who's Kia? Oh, this.
Hey, did you happen to go to Yale for college?
No, I don't believe in Yale.
Okay.
Okay, so let's pick some connections again. So
we got the wigs.
I did want to show you. I've been hanging out with this girl.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rachel Demita. She's hot.
Yeah, she's great.
Local basketball tournament with her. Let's see what we get.
Let's do it. Yeah.
She's
Give us
hot,
stuff.
She should have a sports bra on during
We
the
stuffed her
WNBA.
during this. That's what Freq calls it.
This stuffing.
Wait. Is this gonna be a?
We got an interview.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Ooh, there she is.
Serious right now?
What?
Get yourself together. Sit up straight. Look alive.
Yes.
This is your first 2K interview, and you gotta kill it.
Okay.
All right.
All
Let's
right.
get it.
Swish.
I like that. That was a cool little handshake.
Oh, thanks. Thank you.
All right, guys, are we ready? You ready to roll?
Yes.
Cool. Hey guys, I'm Rachel, and I'm here with Freq today, one of the NBA's newest stars. Thank you for coming on the show.
Woman in apartment.
Amazing this season. How does it feel to be one of the most talked about young NBA players?
It's great. You know, I've been working really hard on my game, so.
I see that you mainly exclusively date NBA players. Do I have a shot? Because Yvette is like, honestly, I'm seeing a couple wrinkles.
We all know that
So,
your game on the court
I've heard personally from,
You should check out my game off the court, Rachel.
isn't she with Durant right now? I thought she was for a while.
I think so.
She might have
was.
been. I don't know.
I heard from like Durant and Kyrie and honestly everybody that you're pretty good
So who's the best
at the game yourself.
Wait, she's asking who the best in the team is.
By far.
He said me.
There are a couple of guys that give me some tough games, but the only person that really beat me in the game was my best friend Vic. Rest in power, Vic.
Oh, here we go.
He
This
played every single day of his life, so that was the only reason.
So pretty
Then why didn't he get into the NBA?
between you guys?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Who
What was
knows?
it like to see your virtual self in the game for the first time?
I loved it.
Kind of turned me on.
Honestly, wait, this is the most self-referential circle jerk of a video game
Oh,
I've ever
yeah,
seen.
dude.
Of 2K, like KD, Kobe, or MJ, so I'm working for that, hopefully.
Well, hey,
They're gonna have the
if you
Freq
keep playing the
challenge
way
next
they
year.
are, you might be on our cover one day.
2K23.
Now, Rachel, take your pants off.
Well, keep it up. Keep working hard. Good luck for the rest of the season. And thank you again for coming on 2K TV.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Now I'm gonna make you come on 2K TV, Rachel.
With a kiss?
There you go.
No, dude, seriously, she
I'm
like
gonna
bangs a
make you
ton of
come.
NBA players. She's always with them.
Really?
If you look at who she's dated, look up the list. It's like 3 different NBA players.
Did you guys notice that she's like way hotter in real life, but in the game they made her look like a victim of something?
Everybody looks like a victim of something in the game. We have 1,700 points. Well, we could do.
She was dating a guy from the Thunder, Andre Robertson. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
do.
she's only dated NBA players.
Hey, I'm gonna do Playmaker, okay?
For the badge?
Yeah. Do you want me to get Playmaker, or you want me to wait one and get Athlete again? Because Athlete does have some dunks and stuff too.
Good
What does Playmaker give us again? So give us... No, skip that. Skip that. Athlete
Oh, really?
For sure. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, so I'm wondering, do you want me to... We usually make nothing off of this, but do you want me to sim this one game, and then we play Toronto, and then we get an off day where we can do more?
I like that. Yeah, let's do that.
Because then we
for
don't have
sure.
to play this whole game against
We
the
skip
Brotherhood of
Boston.
Steel. Sim until game. We lost. We lost
Sick.
against Boston.
Sick.
What was our... What did we do? Where are we?
Where's 4-6?
We had 9 points, 2 rebounds, 9 assists,
3
1 steal.
turnovers? We shot 2 of 12? 0 of 7 from 3.
So you simmed Boston?
Yeah.
Okay.
Check this out.
The Brotherhood of Steel's not gonna like
Give
that.
The Raptors jersey. This is the sickest jersey in the NBA.
That is such a cool jersey.
Isn't
yeah.
it?
I
Why
love
don't they
that
wear
jersey.
that?
They should every game, honestly. It's
It's
fantastic.
so cool. All right, you're gonna start us.
We're not gonna be able to tell who's who.
No, we will. They're purple. You're blue.
All right,
You're
all
not
right.
colorblind, are you?
All right.
Did I make a mistake?
No, it'll be great. It's just hilarious when there's 2 away jerseys because they look real similar, so everyone's gonna blend together. It's gonna.
Don't worry
Freak's
about
like,
it.
listen, this wasn't challenging enough.
Don't worry about
Let's
it.
put on the same jersey, all of us.
It's fine. It's
we
fine.
are all the
On
magic.
average, we get 40 points less a game.
Gosh, I wish they would just show the pregame ritual of Gee Whiz peeing on our guy, and then
I can demonstrate it to you.
I wish they'd show Freak's intellectual interview where he's like, so let's say that the Jews could get into heaven, like without believing in Jesus. I mean, it's pretty crazy stuff, isn't it? They're like, Freak, we just asked you what you're gonna do to improve your game.
And then he asks Rachel Demita if she's a Jew or not.
Rachel, I got a question for you. Do I need to circumcise my apartment? What? What, isn't that the right word? I think... Oh, sorry, I meant cleanse. Freak is like the biggest Catholic of all time. Like, he's basically... There's the Pope and then there's Freak.
Freak is number 2.
Yeah. Well, there's Jesus, then there's the Pope, then there's Freak.
What if Freak is just like with Rachel Demita and Yvette at the same time, and he has like them get pregnant at the same time?
I mean,
Freak
that would be a
would be
pretty cool
sick.
situation, wouldn't it?
And
Too
then he
bad more
doesn't
people aren't into that, huh?
And then he doesn't circumcise them.
Oh! That was a good shot.
Oh, nobody looks similar. Look, there's no similarities.
You're right. This actually is not that bad. This is great.
It's not that bad.
No,
I picked like
no.
very light blue. Wow, what was that?
Very
pass?
fancy. The guy...
That was like, dude, he broke his own wrist.
Okay, clamp up. No!
Clap him?
Give him the clap.
Clap me. Please clap me.
Freak says that every time someone goes up for a shot
It's like
to mess with
Jeb
him.
Bush, but it's please clap me.
Kevin, I briefly
Dude, if Jeb Bush ran for president again, what are your thoughts on the chances?
If Jeb Bush ran again?
Yeah.
Honestly, I just think, that guy got put in a blender. But if he was given a chance to... Why would you pass it to me right now?
Did you hear?
Oh!
Nice shot. Did you hear that one random saxophone guy? What they do, he was like a trombone. What they do is they run up and shove their finger in his butt. So he goes...
To Jeb Bush?
No, the saxophone guy or whatever that was playing trombone.
I thought you were saying something to Jeb Bush.
Oh! Dude, I'm down for that too.
I mean, I'd be the trombone player. It's
I like
really...
how you made Oladipo run halfway across the court to give you a pick
dude.
that didn't matter.
Keep him honest. That's a wide open shot. Good. We're moving. Points, assists, we've got it all.
Jill, what are you looking at right now? Is that the Winx Club?
No.
Jill, are you bored? You're bored? How are you bored of NBA?
It's the best game of all time.
Are you not going to want to play 21 with us?
No.
What's going on? Jill, I have a question for you.
It's really important that you answer this.
What would you do if you were in charge of jerseys for the NBA? What is going on in the bottom left there, by the way? That guy, his head is caved in. He needs CPR now.
I would make the team that I owned wear hot pink.
Hot pink. Okay, that's a good idea.
What would be the team name if you had to name this team?
The Pinks.
No, I'd make them the unicorns. And they'd have a symbol of a unicorn with wings, and they'd wear that on their jersey, kind of like the wrappers of a dinosaur in theirs. And they'd be pink, and they'd have sparkles.
So if I was running the WNBA, by the way, I love your idea.
It's a great idea.
I want to adapt that, along with the sports bras, into my idea for a WNBA team, the Unicorns. And what they are is they're basically all very open women, very open, very sure of themselves, dress like it, show it off, and they love being unicorns. And you know what a unicorn is, right?
Yeah, of course.
They are getting involved in a relationship. They're the third person. They're loving it. They've got...
Wait, this is not the... wait, what?
What do you think? That's what a unicorn is.
Is it a unicorn the animal with the horn?
Well, there's that. Sure, that's the boring unicorn. The cool unicorn is like a really hot chick who, it can be a guy too, actually, technically, who is like polyamorous and wants to be involved in another two people's relationship and do the deed. You know, the clap for the game.
For the game?
Yeah. So
I do it for the hustle.
Basically, you're playing, like, say that your normal My Team lineup is you and your wife. Well, in comes the unicorn playing another part in my team. That's my 2K analogy of it.
The reason they
great
call it a
connection.
unicorn is because that type of person is extremely rare to find.
That's true.
see.
Yeah, it's true.
Wow.
They should call it like a humpback whale, but that would be a little more offensive, I guess. It's also very rare. Japan kind of killed them all. Stop poking me. Dude, do you guys realize that, like, Japan is responsible for both the death of a lot of whales and hentai?
They killed hentai?
Well, I mean, no, creating hentai.
Oh, I see.
Oh, well, you seemed a little too concerned there.
Did you also notice that they created forest where a lot of people died too?
That's true. The self-generation
Right.
forest, the Paul
The
Reserve.
Logan Paul Forest, the honorary name.
I call it the
Logan
Paul Reserve.
In honor of a great deed.
I have a question for you guys. This is going to be talking about that forest is actually even seen a little bit as taboo, but considering I'm oceans away, I think I'm fine.
Oh no.
Do you think this is a legitimate question because thousands of people have ended their lives there? Like, that's a real thing. It's like a
It's
place
very
people
sad.
go to end their lives. It's like an actually sad thing.
Yeah, that's really.
I have a real question that's not a joke. Do you think anyone has ever been murdered and, like, placed there?
Oh, without a doubt.
Like, statistically, it had to have happened once, right?
Oh,
I
for
bet there probably
sure.
has been. There's also been some theories where there are dark spirits that live there, and now this is just for people who believe in paranormal stuff.
Like the like the Christians you were talking about earlier.
Yes. But there
What kind
are
of theories too? Is there theories like that's where JFK's assassination was planned, or like where?
No.
Oh.
there are theories where there could be like dark spirits there who, you know, like for people who want to just explore the forest and walk in, and weren't genuinely planning on killing themselves beforehand.
Kiddling.
They start.
Sorry.
they start to get those thoughts, and then they start to go through with doing it, even though before they had no intentions of doing so.
Right, like a poltergeist.
Yeah,
like how it messes with you in your house, but in the forest.
But it messes with you in your head, and some people also have talked about how you can get lost very easily in there, kind of like the path disappears sort of thing when you get too far into the trees and then you can't find your way out.
Mm-hmm.
And then a lot of those people also end up, succumbing to the dark energies of the forest and killing themselves too. And it's a very interesting, like, paranormal theory, and I kind of do believe some of that, like, that some of those people started walking in that forest not because they wanted to kill themselves, but because maybe they were unsure, they were unhappy with their life, and then, these dark energies started pressing down on them and made them decide to do it. And it's something that's very possible, in my opinion. It's very sad. And I think that's kind of why it's such a cursed place now, and people don't really want to go there. And then also there was that whole problem with Logan Paul doing that whole...
People didn't want to go there before him, though.
No,
Also, people don't let go of that thing with him.
No.
I honestly kind of think that was such a stupid thing, but I was thinking about it. I don't know what I would do if I was out recording a video and I saw a body. Like, there are people who react, like, very callously to something like that, not because they're an actual sociopath, but because they don't have the development
to process
and,
it.
Yeah, and they're in shock. I mean, I was trying to say that, like, beforehand, there used to be an actual trail you could walk through into the forest and not go too far in.
Mm-hmm.
But I think after the Logan Paul incident, they closed off that trail, and now nobody can go on the trail at all.
That's us getting 1,000 more fans, by the way. But yeah,
but I don't know that for sure.
Well, they at least temporarily closed it. By the way, Jill, you don't have to keep overly explaining what you're saying. Nobody's reading negatively into your thoughts here.
I was just trying to say that because that's what I meant. Not that I was, like, bringing it up just because I hate Logan Paul or something. I was just bringing it up because it was like that. I heard that they closed the path.
They did for a while. I don't know if they did permanently. I think that the problem is that they couldn't get people to stop going. And also, it's thousands. I don't know if it's thousands, but it's at least like a very big area around, so you can kind of enter from anywhere. Mm-hmm. Like, let's say you had like 1,000 square mile land, and you said, well, you can't take the path. Okay, you're not going to be able to patrol that whole thing. You just won't.
Right.
People will end up in there anyway.
Yeah.
So I think that they're kind of like doing, like you said, like good faith attempts at getting people not to go in there. But Japan itself, like, real talk, it's like a very, like America, there's a lot of problems with mental health issues and people not being willing to talk about it.
It's very sad.
I would say even more than America, people don't talk about it in Japan.
A lot of those people, like, act like being mentally ill is being weak, so then they don't want to tell people about it, sort of thing.
Well, it also depends on, like, it's, what constitutes as manly or womanly in the culture is very different, too, and, men and women don't get along nearly as well. Like, they're a lot more traditional in gender values and rules, but unlike the countries that are and make it work, they don't. So, like, a lot of women are very, not offended by, but, like, feel like they're on the opposite team of men, and a lot of men feel that way with women instead of, like, any kind of common ground.
Collaboration, kind of,
yeah, they don't really find it. I mean, they have bad birth rates. They literally have to have on TV now, like, ads that say, like, please have sex.
Really?
Yeah, like, it's like, please have kids. It's important for Japan's future.
Really funny.
Yeah, they have to, like, advertise, please, like,
I had no idea it was like that.
Yeah, it's not good. It's kind of unfortunate too, because they have a very rich, interesting cultural history. And
oh yeah,
a lot of stuff going for them.
Well, in Japan too, like I've talked to people who have visited Japan. They say it's incredible. Like, it's an amazing.
I really
place.
want to go there.
Yeah,
and they're very nice to. So here's the thing: they used to not be. My understanding is they're pretty nice to foreigners and visitors, as long as you kind of stay in your lane. Like, don't go tell people how to live their lives and stuff like that, and they're nice to you. And don't mess with the Yakuza, like the criminals.
That probably makes sense, yeah.
Which people do sometimes. It's just dumb. That kind of stuff, you just avoid it. You're a tourist, you live your life and stuff. Or even if you're just a normal person living your life there, like, even if you're white, you moved there, you get a nice apartment.
Probably still avoid the Yakuza, you can avoid them, yeah.
Pay your taxes, you just don't mess with organized crime, and you don't mess with the government, you're fine.
Which is kind of like every other country, too, for the most part.
That's
That's not that different from America.
They're just seen as demonized because of, one, the birth rate issues, to like things like Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, where they have like everybody calling every white or black person a gaijin, which means outsider. They literally have their own word for like outsider who doesn't belong. And they are nationalist, but they used to be much more racially nationalist than they are. Kind of like back in the day in America, where it was like, you can live here, but if you're not white, you're not American. It was like one of the ideas.
Yeah.
They used to have that idea very prominently in Japan of like, you either are Japanese by skin color, or you're not Japanese, unless you prove yourself. Like there were cases of people throughout history who proved themselves and were seen as like honorary Japanese. Like,
That's really funny.
Like a club, almost.
What do you get, like a tattoo? Like, how do people know?
No, I don't really know. I think then you just stay in that local community.
And the only way,
okay.
The only way to prove yourself is you have to do that Wolverine thing where you cover up some dude during like a bomb and like then you have to live after.
That's true. Yeah, that was a real thing. That's a cultural practice they want you to do. It's crazy, pretty crazy, since people were only able to do that twice ever. But I don't know. I guess they
you gotta hope for the best that it happens again. It's really what you're hoping for.
They have it there so they can say, "Well, why didn't you do it?" You know, it's like I couldn't, but it's still there as an option.
Oh my god.